You know who it is, the Don Castaneda, expert life coach, recovery coach, intervention professional. Going to display this guardian angel prayer card for you. And this is a card that my grandmother used to give me when I was hospitalized over a decade ago. And, you know, since my channel is mainly about drug recovery, this has to do with drugs and recovery and finding God or Christianity or just being a good person and having a guardian angel, which can be your mother, your grandmother, your sister, a friend, a pastor, a priest. You need a guardian angel in your life, you know, and maybe there's a guardian angel out there in another dimension that's watching over us. But this is the prayer card. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom His love commits me here, ever this day or night, be at my side to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen. And you know, with this being said, drugs corrupt, right? If you're involved in drugs, drugs corrupt you. You'll lie to your family, steal from your family. You'll lie to your boss, steal from work, steal from your boss, steal from people. You might steal from people on the street, rob them, mug them, whatever, because you need money for your fix. And you're gonna spend everything on destroying your health for your habit, and it's gonna mess up your teeth, skin. It's gonna kill a lot of brain cells, and you could overdose easily and die. And if you've been vomiting, if you've been throwing up, then that's how you know you're drinking too much or you've been intoxicated. You're doing too much pills or heroin because that's your body rejecting that poison. That's your body's way of saying this is too much to process. This is not good for me. I'm throwing it up. That's why you throw up. Some addicts believe, well, now they can do more. They can drink more because now they have room. They just threw up. That's not the case. You'll just get more sick and you could die. So, you know, have a guardian angel pray. You know, whatever religion, Catholicism, being Catholic or Christianity, having a guardian angel in your life, and eventually, uh, raising a family or you know being part of a network or a family, you might be the guardian angel in other people's lives. You might be watching over them. Some you know police officers kind of see themselves as you know they are guardian angels patrolling the streets, and some people view it that way because they protect them. They recover stolen vehicles, or they'll stop robberies, or you know they're kind of a psychological deterrent for a lot of criminals. They don't want to get caught. Criminals don't want to get caught. So when they see police, they hear sirens, the red and blue lights, and they hear sirens, they run. They run away. They stop committing crime, and you know, if they're breaking into your house and they hear sirens, you're gonna try to escape, and that could save your life. Just the psychological deterrent aspect of it. And once the cops get in there, and you know, they're trained to hopefully subdue the assailant, the attacker, the invader, they might shoot them. So in some ways, you know, military can be guardian angels in some ways. Parents can be guardian angels in some ways. Anyone on the street, just a good Samaritan, can be a guardian angel. Medics, paramedics, an ambulance, paramedics can be guardian angels when they literally save someone's life. And a lot of drug addicts know that their life has been saved. You know, they found God or Christ, or they went to church, they recovered, and they stopped doing drugs. They got a job. I know a woman who was so grateful for a job, just having a job as a peer support specialist, not even making a whole lot of money, but just recovering from drug use, recovering from mental illness, and recovering from like a toxic relationship and everything. She's just grateful to have recovered and found work to where she could be around people and teach, you know, and just help other people. You know, a lot of women have that nurturing compassion to them, and they just want to help others. So she's just real grateful for her job. And sometimes, when someone throws you a golden rope, you know, someone gives you a piece of advice or guidance or counseling, they tell you it's in the Bible. One of my friends showed me this somewhere in the Bible. Can't remember exactly where, but it says, you know, if your brother makes a mistake or does something wrong, you don't put him on blast. You don't tell the whole world or tell the community, and you go up to your brother straight up and tell him in private, tell him in secret. Say, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. You need to correct yourself and fix yourself. You know, and that gives him a chance to correct himself. And then if he doesn't, then you could tell the community, his superiors, get him in trouble, you know, so he can't correct himself or have punishment or whatever. But you try to correct others, you know, in person. And other addicts out there, you try to correct them, and if they don't get help, if they can't fix themselves or you know correct themselves, then sometimes you have to get the authorities involved or social workers or intervention professional or police officers or nurses and doctors, psychiatrists to get them treated for drug addiction, mental illness, and dependency and stuff like that. So, go to them. And sometimes it's throwing that golden rope, helping someone trying to, get them to see the error in their ways. And, maybe sometimes they correct themselves right there. Giving them a job opportunity. If you've had job opportunities, getting them links, providing websites, providing information, pamphlets, applications to become an electrician. I went to church just last week, and I gave this guy some links to websites that give him free paid training as an apprentice to become an electrician here in San Antonio. He said he's going to consider it because it's better than working at this other restaurant he's working at. So hopefully I'm making that positive change in other people's lives. He's not a drug addict or anything. I'm just giving him that opportunity, and other addicts need that opportunity to make that 180, complete 180-degree life in their turn in their life. From drug addiction to working hard, making a good income, supporting a family, supporting a household or an apartment or whatever, and supporting their household and their family. And if they have kids, being there for child support and all that, you know. So, and there's a whole lot of trades out there: bookkeeping, welding, electrician, oil rigs, building houses, auto mechanic, aviation mechanic. There's a lot of trades out there. And obviously, there's college, and you can become an accountant. There's a lot of jobs that don't require manual labor, but, dentists is a good field. We all need dentists. We all need our teeth cleaned and teeth pulled and stuff like that, and caps and crowns, and even doctors, nurses, medical field, paramedics, working in an ambulance, working in a hospital, working in the ER, any job that you're good at and you can become expert at. A lot of addicts, it's part of human psychology to want to help others. We serve others. Jesus, I went to my podiatrist before, maybe last year, and he did some work on me. But he had all this Christian stuff in his office saying that, I was like, this is good. You have Jesus in here and you support the Bible and all that. And he's like, yeah, Jesus, he wants to be like Jesus and emulate him because Jesus served others, right? Jesus, was a carpenter. He served others. He provided food when he provided a lot of food and fish for these people. And, so that's what human psychology is. A lot of veterans, they turn to hurting themselves with drug addiction, alcoholism, and even suicide or killing themselves, whatever, doing stupid things, um, because they lose their meaning and purpose in life. Being part of a community and a part of a network, and the military and your brothers and comrades, they get out and they lose that meaning and purpose. And for a lot of drug addicts out there, they lose meaning and purpose. What is my life and purpose and meaning? And they're stuck in this trap music world or this rave and this party world where they're just doing drugs, feeling good, and it's about serving others. And whatever it is, that's why there's so many trades out there in the free market, and there's so much work that can be done, and you can run businesses. And if you can help others, you can make a lot of money doing it because people are willing to pay for things that they enjoy or need or entertainment. Movies, we don't need movies, but it's a multi-billion dollar industry because a lot of people just want entertainment or like movies, even though it's fictional. Some of it has positive messages, but these prayer cards like this, you can get this freely on the internet, but people buy these cards. And I bought some of these cards, as you'll see here. You know, it's in Spanish, but this one's in English. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom his love commits me here. Ever this day or night be at my side to let and guard your will and guide. Amen. So, just understand that, when someone's involved in drugs, you have a family member in drugs, a friend or something like that, then, you have to be the guardian angel to them, help them, give them a golden rope, give them a job opportunity, opportunity to clean up, opportunity to get in a hospital, opportunity to recover and rehabilitate, and change your ways. So that can help. Back then, I was stuck in I didn't have like, my grandmother would send me a card like this, and I just, wouldn't see what else. And she was a lot older, so, her main language was Spanish and mine is English. So, we didn't have like perfect communication. But I understood she was still out there praying for me, which helped when you send energy into the universe. Uh, I believe that helps. So that's what I'll say for now on this, about this prayer card. Um, is a real, it means a lot. It's sentimental to me, and because my grandmother gave this to me a long time ago, and so I provide this for my family to let them know that I'm praying for them. You know. So that's it. Stay safe and look after one another. Look after one another. Take care of each other, and look after each other. So just make sure everybody's safe, taken care of, and they're not. If you could tell someone is suffering, just make a call. Talk to them, or talk to a professional, or figure something out. It's all about coordination, community. A lot of communities back in the day, in tight-knit communities, everyone knew each other. Still, in some towns, everyone knows each other. In a lot of towns, small towns, and if you're kind and compassionate, if you're caring and understanding, you can help others just because you know something's wrong. So if you have that intuition or that feeling, or you understand they're off, or there's something wrong with them, you can try to get them help. If you understand there's something wrong with you, just ask for help. Try to get help. A lot of people know they need medicine, or they need to go to, a hospital, or get treated, or whatever, rehabilitate, detox, something like that. So, I hope this video was helpful. Comment, like, subscribe if it was, and just maybe get this one of these prayer cards for your family on Amazon or somewhere. So stay safe and take care.